material. And they're very stretchy. And they have pockets on the side. And they have pockets on the sides, you guys. How cute is this? Like for your
Want to know how to turn your beards into shoppers? It's simple.
for your pues no duermes. I don't think you sleep either. You're always here. Entonces somos dos. Tú no duermes, yo no duermo. Y aquí estamos. Iguales. They are. They are. Look, I don't know. They're very soft too. And they're not thick, but they are not see-through at all. We sleep while what? We sleep while we are awake is crazy. Hey, this is a really there. Oh, and then I did a video, you guys, but I haven't posted it. Hello, Angelica, how are you? Where I'm gonna what is it called? I have to do waffle because apparently he doesn't like toast either or pancakes. That's fucking crazy, right? He is like a fucking plain ass dude. Fucking plain. And then he fucking, when he eats sushi, he doesn't like the avocado. He doesn't like the cucumber. It's insane. But I told him that. Let's see some shrimp recipe. Just open it and put cold water.
Cold water?
Cold, just cold. Don't do hot. Cold. I appreciate it, buddy.
Your bill, ladies.
Let's see who's on. I want to see who's on.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2%
No one's
cash back
on.
purchases.
No one's on. I think I should take a nap. Because I'm really not on at this time. I'm off. I get on. This is the time I feel like I get off. I feel like this is the time I get off and then I get on like around 6:30. Huh, Lexi? I feel like today I got off really early. Okay, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a nap because that story drained me. So I think I'm gonna take a nap. So I could get up, shower, because I'm not gonna leave my hair like this at all. Cousin, what are you doing? ¿Qué andas haciendo? Look, I got 5 different damn shit I going to my ponytail, huh?
Can they never bring the kids like in Mexico? Or no?
No, they're gonna be with their dad.
We need Ian.
That's what we needed, Ian. He said we needed Ian. I think I'm gonna do that and then take like a nap. And then get up, shower up with cold water and everything. I want to start doing cold. I bought these little patches that go underneath your eye for my wrinkles. And then I did order like some shenanigans that's supposed to help me with my wrinkles because I realized I have my eyes. I'm getting ya vieja. I'm getting vieja. Cheesecake, how are you? So I think I need to do that. And I'm gonna start doing I have to do the collagen mask every single night or every other night because Botox. How much is Botox, you guys? Who has gotten Botox? About Botox. Yeah, because even I go like this, and you can't see it because of the filter, but I have like a dent here, like a whole line here. And then I have like a little
are running late.
I never got under eye.
Sephora free same-day delivery gets your...
You know what helped me? I got my lips done one time. And I did half a syringe, right? Because I wanted it super natural. So she added a little bit right here. She did like, ay, tú vete a dormir, Timo. It's past your bedtime. She's 37, right? And she is getting married to this guy who is like 20, I think 26. I don't know. But this girl has done so much to her fucking face. And I'm like, girl, like, are you really trying to look young? Because at this point, you look beat. She's done that thing where they do like the wiring. Like is it a wire or is it a fucking thread? I don't know, but that they fucking like pull your fucking skin. You know what I'm talking about? And then it's just, and you'll see the lines. Paula, and you see the lines. Fresh facelift. That's what it is, girl. I'm like, girl, It looked so bad when I seen her one time. And then there was another time, I don't talk to her, right? But there was another time where she went and she got the one with the blood. The one that they like poke you. And then you have like a bunch of blood everywhere. I don't know the name of that one either. I'm scared to do it. I have a friend that did hers and you could tell. Ooh. And does her lines, like, could you see her little lines or no? And I don't know, and then she has her lips done. And it's just like, girl, I don't know, she just looks like, I don't know. You can't see, but you can tell. Yeah, when she went to my house one time so I could wax her brows, I seen it and I was like, she's like, oh, I just came out. I was like, girl, you're doing too much to look young. You know, like, you know, when you're dating a young guy, like, I get it, but that's one of the things that you think about, or you have to think about when you're dating a younger guy. So she tries to look young, and it just looks, I don't know, her face looks beat compared to what she really looked like. And I think she was a lot prettier without all of that, but... And then I feel like some people just get addicted to it, huh? Like, they don't know what else to do, so they're just so addicted to it, so they go on.
Get 20% off full-size fragrances at Sephora and score great gifts from YSL, Glossier, Gucci, and more. All on sale through December 24th. You got gifting in the bag with 20% off.
What are you guys up to? Are you guys ready for tomorrow? I'm not. I don't even know what I'm going to wear tomorrow. What are you guys doing? I'm new here and I want to know if your story was finished. I'm lost. No, I'm still doing parts. I haven't finished the story. It's just that I take breaks because I get triggered still in some areas and my body just gets strained. No, girl, I have to shop. Never got sick. So go later on today. Oh, say me too. Ozzy, I think she's feeling better. Good. Te sacaron las muelas. Okay. Working on another. Oh, I'm eating candy. I'm biting candy. I'm biting some peppermint. No. So the stories, you guys, I haven't really. So in the beginning, when I first started the stories, I was like, I'm gonna take breaks because I just didn't want to just overwhelm my page with just the stories like back to back to back. And it got to the point that it triggers me that my body starts to get drained. and to the point where my chest starts to tighten up. And in one of the videos, I don't know if you saw, where I'm shaking a lot. So I just been taking breaks. So yesterday I didn't do some yesterday. I did some the day before. Or I think I did actually. Today I did part 36 and 37, and then I added a 38, which was the house that we lived in, the last house. So you guys could have an idea of where everything was in a sense. So when I do say something, you guys would understand a little bit more. But I'm still not done. Right there, I left off on the kidnapping, but I left off like the beginning of it. I haven't even started the whole after that. Like, it was crazy. Stefano was watching, she saw the video of the house, and she's like, is that a new house? And I was like, do you remember this house? She was like, no. And then she saw the kitchen. She's like, oh, I remember that house. I was like, what the fuck? The fact that she didn't remember that house and then just remembered a piece of it. But then at the same time, she was young. How many years did I stay with him? I left him in 2020. Did not speak to him for a whole year. Try to work things out again. But we didn't move in at all. Like, he was doing his thing, I was doing my thing. It obviously didn't work out. I tried to co-parent with him. It didn't work out. And last year was when I ended up cutting off like all his family. I cut him off. And we just we just finished our divorce a month ago. November 22nd was our last court date. And we have our, is that why there's a picture as if you both came out on the news? Yeah, that's the picture that they posted when the whole kidnapping situation happened. That's the picture that they posted. And then I'm also going to show, there's a clip that I was able to find in Boomblastic, which is a Instagram page that posts like things that happen in the valley. And there is a video that they posted that I actually went to go record. So you're going to see that. I'm going to show you guys that part, and you'll see the SWAT team just basically all lined up on the stairway to go into the house. So I'm going to be showing that. I'm posting that. There's also, does he try to contact you? So happy you're doing good. Right now, no. Right now he is, the divorce as of right now, what's going on right now. Personal question, do you think you will ever heal? I feel like a person will never heal 100%, especially the trauma that you've gone through and you go through. I honestly feel like I won't ever heal 100%. To this day I do have stress issues. But I can't blame with what one guy did. I can't blame everyone. I can't blame every single guy, because the guy that I'm with right now is fucking amazing. And I can't, but I know damn well that I probably won't be able to heal 100%. I don't think a person ever could heal 100%. But going back to the other question, as of right now, he is We got divorced last month, and it's finalized, like paper-wise, everything, February 28th of next year, but November 22nd was our last court date. He has no custody of my kids. He has no visitation of my kids. I do not have any type of contact with none of his family. They do like to look at my shit, so I'm pretty sure that they're watching my story. They stay watching. What is it called? Right now he is on his 5th baby mama. Has 7 kids and only takes care of those 2 that he has with her. What else? He doesn't see any of the other kids. He doesn't see my kids. He doesn't see the ones with the 16-year-old, the 2 16-year-olds. He does not see the one with the 4th baby mama. This year he was in jail for beating up the 4th baby mama. The judge had assigned him to give me back my motorcycle, which he hasn't. Which I'm also going to talk about in the story, and I'm going to post. The judge had told him he has to give me, so I'm entitled to his 401k. He has to give me back the motorcycle. The Lexus where he forged the signature, that one we still have to go to court because he forged my signature. And that's something that I have to prove in that court because there was no sufficient evidence. Like, I had my contract and it showed that I had paid, and then because he forged the signature and he had the registration, he didn't have enough evidence to say, like, okay, it belongs to you or him. So what he said was that I had to take him to small claim courts. And they did tell me that he fucked himself over because he could have been nice enough to be like, you know what, Luna, this is yours. I did what I did and this is your car here. But now they said that going to that court, I could actually press charges on him for forging the signature, which is something that I'm actually going to do. He acts all innocent in his Lopez Barbershop Instagram. He should be ashamed of him. Oh yeah, for sure. He acts super innocent. He will sit there and talk about God. He will sit there and say that life is perfect. My sister actually bumped into him 3-4 days ago at the Topanga Mall. Hey, Anna. My sister bumped into him 3-4 days ago at the Topanga Mall. And she said that he was at Foot Locker buying shoes. And that he had turned, was looking at her. She's like, I could feel someone looking at me. And she's like, as soon as I walked in, I turned around. She's like, Steven was there standing, looking at me. But she did say, she's like, it got to a point that he did look ashamed. Like, you know, when you're embarrassed and you're ashamed of the shit that you've done, like, that was his face. Then she said, this is how he is. And this is how I know him. He is the type, I bet if someone calls him out on his bullshit on his IG page, he'll block them. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. He's the type that will, if he gets shoes, he goes to the store, he'll get a shoe, he will try on the shoe, and then if he doesn't like it, he'll put it back and he'll ask for another one. My sister said that she got close to him to tell him basically what he did to you was horrible. Yeah, but when you have an enabling family, that will back you up on your shit, people like that will never have remorse, ever. Nate, so then my sister had said, thank you, Nate. So then my sister had said that she got close to him because she was going to tell him, like, oh, are you buying shoes for your kids? And she was like, I didn't even end up telling him anything. She's like, but I got close to him enough to know that he got so uncomfortable that he ended up walking. Once the guy, like, someone went up to him asking him for the shoe size or whatever, he told him. She said that he grabbed the shoes. Once the guy handed him the shoes, he grabbed the shoes and he went directly, paid for them, and left. That's not who Steven is. Steven is a type that will stand there. He will look at shoes. He will try on shoes. He will put the shoe back if he doesn't like it. If it's the shoe that he likes, he will put it on. He would walk to the mirror, look at himself in the mirror and then purchase it. And for him to have just got in the box and left, like, obviously says a lot. My mom has actually also bumped into his mom because his mom lives 4 minutes away from my mom. 4 minutes, maybe, if that. And my mom had actually seen them at Target. And hey, Christina. And I remember they said that my mom said that the mom had like hit herself, like, so that the stepdad was standing, and that she put her head on his shoulder to cover herself, which is something that she's done before, that I've witnessed, where she's kind of like embarrassed or something, she'll try to like hide. And at that time, which was the beginning of the year, where they tried to put social workers on me, and it didn't work. And that day, my mom ended up calling me to tell me, like, oh, look who I bumped to or whatever. What's his Instagram? His Instagram is official, I think it's like official Lopez Barbershop or something like that. I hope this can go viral and get to his shop where he pretends to be the good person. One thing I've learned, that a lot of the dudes that go to that shop are women beaters themselves. And his shop, a lot of like gang affiliated people hang out there. So at this point, like, you know what I mean? It got to the point that all his friends would say that I was a crazy one, because I've always said this about him. He is an amazing friend. He sure is. Like, he's amazing. But when it comes down to as a partner and as a dad, no. There's actually a video that I have posted. I posted today, and you could see the sky. That video, if you wait, you will see other little clips of me. But I don't think no one noticed, because the video where I'm standing outside with my colored hair, it seems like it's just that, but there's videos to it. I need you to shower. Because now it's gonna spread. I'm gonna have to take you to the doctor, girl.
Why?
Because now it's spreading to this eye.
What? My eye?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to put eye drops?
No, te voy a poner manzanilla.
What's that?
The tea.
What's
Go rest. I'm gonna go put manzanilla on your eyes right now.
manzanilla?
Something.
I don't like that.
No, you're gonna have to.
No.
Booga, you're gonna have to, girl.
No.
Then we're not gonna go nowhere tomorrow.
Why?
Go look at your eyes.
What's that? I don't want to put that on my eyes.
It's because since last week, hey Booga, since last week, you guys, she was like throwing up.
But I'm going to stop touching my eye.
Well, you have to stop touching your eye, girl.
That's how I get you better.
Ay, ay, ay. Orale, go rest. Close my door. No. You have to rest your eyes.
No.
You've been having that in front of your face. Close my door, mommy. Thank you for sharing your story and bringing awareness that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There is. That was like mostly like my thing. Like when I started TikTok as for fun. I talked about the court I was dealing with, the social worker I was talking about, the parent partner I was dealing with visitations, like all of that, because that's what's going to be in the next like few episodes. So we on that one I talked about all of that. But when I first started that page, I started that page for fun because of the oldest one. When I started that page, I started it because for visitations, I would take toys, I would take games, I would take coloring books. But then it gets to a point where it's like, what else do you do? And that's when TikTok started like kind of blowing up. It was before COVID, actually. It was legit a week before COVID. And that's when my son was like, download this app. And then it went from there. So I started videos with them every time we had our visitations. And then from there, it got to the point that COVID happened and I wasn't allowed to see them anymore because of the rules that they had. So it got to the point that I started posting just for me. It was just videos and trends. And then from there, people were like, weren't you the girl that came on the news? Weren't you? Huh? I need your eyes closed. You have been having this in front of your face. And it got to the point that that's when I was just like, you know what? Let me talk about my story. So I started sharing my story. I even shared videos with my kids where once got them back, the things that we were doing. And I ended up realizing that his sister was actually watching my stuff because she ended up messaging me telling me that she's been looking at my stuff. So now like on this page, I really don't post my kids, and if I do post them, I cover up their face because they have no contact with my kids. I completely cut them off. I completely like removed myself. I changed my number. I blocked their like Instagram accounts that I know of. Their TikTok accounts, I know I blocked one sister. I don't know his TikTok. I know I had blocked his 5th baby mama because it got to a point that his 5th baby mama started following me like, bitch, you and I are not friends. Then I don't know about his mom. I know that his mom watches my stuff. I know she watches my stuff, but this one is now kind of like more of like me doing everything. I decided to talk about my story now, full on detail, because I've always talked about my story, but I've never given like, I've always said, oh, I've only given you guys the frosting. I've never given you guys details. And so I did say on the other page that once my divorce was like moving forward, that I would open up about my story and really give every single detail. And that is something basically that I'm doing. We went to court February 22nd, which was the last court date. And then we are officially divorced February 28th through paperwork. And this is why I'm talking about my story now. This is why I'm like putting it out there. The other one, I would post certain things. This one, I did say that I wish I had a lot of other evidence in the beginning, but every time that something would happen, he would take my phone, he would delete things. It got to a point that I didn't even have a phone for like over a year, little things like that. But I did, after I left, and I ended up getting this phone that I have because I had to get a new phone after the fact that he had taken the phone that I had just said previously in the last 2 episodes. I ended up getting this one, and that's where someone had said, because I'm not an iPhone girl. I was always an Android girl. So that's when they're like, oh, you could save it to your iCloud and blah, blah, blah. And that's when it started. I had 2 years of text threads on my phone that I just deleted legit a week after our divorce court. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm hiding. Oh my God, I just got to sound smell. Oh, I bet. I'm like, I bet. I went, when did I go? I went a week ago. And that was insane. So I can't even imagine. So yeah, so it's something where I talk about now just because, you know, I do want females to see like, hey, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes females think that they won't be able to get out of it. And there's, you know, some people that sometimes think like, there's females who won't think that they could get out of it. And then there's females that have never gone through it and they think it's easy and they judge. But it's just more of like me telling my story like, hey, you know, I went through this and I'm here now. And if I could do it, you girls could do it. And it goes both ways because I know that men also get abused. But I think it's more of females. I feel that females tend to get more scared than anything. to like speak up, because I do get judged a lot. I get judged a lot. The other day I posted one episode on my YouTube, and some girl commented saying like, oh, you should just stay quiet, like this doesn't even look good on you. Then I'm sorry, I feel like people that end up staying quiet because of certain things end up being so fucking miserable that they like to self-project. And that's just it. If you're the type of person then that won't say anything, then kudos to you. If you're that type of person that could suck up all that shit, then good for you. I've learned that talking about my story has healed me. I learned that talking about my story has helped out a lot of other women because of the messages that I get. I know that talking about my story has honestly changed a lot, in the sense of now that I listen to the story, my story, it's just like, oh shit, it happened to me, but it just doesn't define who I am. There was a time after the fact that I didn't want nothing to do with men. And then I could honestly sit here and be like, you know what? Right now I'm in a place where I'm in a healthy relationship. This dude is so fucking respectful. This dude is so fucking consistent with me. This dude is, like, I can't say nothing about this guy that I'm with. And it just comes to show where it's like, you know, eventually, you know, you take your time, you heal, and there whether this relationship is a long term or a short term, I've learned with him just to live day by day. And that's just something where, you know, it's definitely hard. And that goes back to where some girl asked me, like, you think you could heal 100%? I don't think I could ever heal 100%, but I think I could work on the part where you know how to what's the word? To the point where it's like, I know how to reflect and be like, okay, is this to that extent that I need to? Sorry, you guys, I'm getting text messages. And so that's where I'm at. But yeah, the stories are in parts because it just triggers the fuck out of me. And I know they're mad. I know they're watching. I know they're mad. Which is okay. Because I could really sit here and be like, you know what? I know that everything that I'm saying is true. So, but yeah, and in his Instagram, he's gonna act like life is perfect. On Instagram, he's gonna act like God, and you know, God is, you know, I'm blessed and all this. Is there parts where you finally get away? Well, that I'm still not done with my story. that is the part. I ended up at part 36, 35, 36, 37, 38. And that's still back in 2020. So this story is, I've been telling you guys legit almost, I've been going from year to year, and I've been going from month to month. So we are at part 37. It's October 2020. So obviously you're still gonna hear through all of that. But right now, I did say that as of right now, we are finally divorced. As of right now, I have no communication with him or his family. As of right now, I'm actually Navarro. I am going to start working on changing my kids' last names because my daughter wants her last name changed, and my son, Steven, doesn't want that name anymore. Like, his name's Steven because of his dad, and he just doesn't want that name. So he wants another name, so that's something I have to work on. I have been watching throughout the day. No words, definitely more power to you. Where's my gift? Came to collect. I cannot. Like, I thought I missed parts. I'm so happy you got away, girl. Sending you hugs. Thank you. I appreciate it. As of now, since you've been with your new man, have he seen you guys together out in public? No. I don't. So from the things that I know, do you plan on telling? I feel like I don't really need to tell them anything because they lived it. They saw a lot. They saw women in the car. They saw pregnant women. They saw Steven going inside the barbershop restroom with two females. They're the ones, well, the oldest one was the one that ended up telling me after the fact. Where it was, hey Maria, it was both of the boys at the barber shop, and Steven went inside the restroom with two other females, and apparently those two females were intoxicated, and Jacob had made the comment saying, I'm going to tell my mom, and one of the barbers actually ended up telling Steven that Jacob was going to tell me. And Steven ended up telling Jacob that if he would tell me, if he does tell me, that he was going to end up like beating him. So Jacob didn't end up saying anything. Jacob and Steven have seen him with multiple girls in the cars. And it was things that they said, like, that he told us not to tell you. Stefana, my little girl, she was the one that was usually in the middle. She was in the middle. She would push him around. She would talk shit to him. She would yell at him because of the stuff that he would do to me. They were involved in the kidnapping as well. Back in 2022, I believe it is. 2022? Yeah, 2022. There's a part where he ends up chasing me with the kids in the car. There's a part where he ends up chasing the kids and I up the stairs. And there's a part where I had to have the kids hide in the closet while so the apartment that I lived in at that time, we had, give me a second, you guys, it's a little puzzle on the screen. Oh man, I need to try again. What the hell? Sorry, you guys, there's a little puzzle that we have to like, okay, perfect. It gets to the point where I had to have them hide inside of the closet because we did have like this routine where if he ever came to the apartment and something went down, I needed them to lock themselves in the room and lock themselves in the closet. So it was something that they did while he was in the living room yelling, talking about wanting to beat me up or whatever. So it's not something where it's like, oh, am I eventually going to tell them? I think that they saw enough. They lived it. And there's just really, you know what I mean? I feel like there's really nothing else to tell them. Like, they've seen everything that he's done. I think they've seen probably even more than me. They've seen more than me because he had them. So there was that. Did they get therapy or have flashbacks? Yes, they did. They had therapy. They ended up doing therapy from October 2019 until mid 2021. So they did have therapy. Then from there, so it's just like really I feel like my kids have seen a lot and they've seen the manipulation and stuff. Last year when I was still allowing his mom to see the kids, it was still where I had cut him off and I had asked her like, okay, if you're going to see the kids, like, these are your rules. I gave her rules and she did not abide by them. And that's when I just decided to cut her off. All I had asked her was, whenever you have them, I don't want you sending pictures to him. I don't want you telling him that they're here. I don't want him coming around the kids. And it got to the point that she was like, no, I'm not going to tell him. But she did. It got to the point that she would tell the kids, like, do you want me to call your dad? But don't tell anything to your mom. But of course, my kids were open enough to tell me. And that's when I was just like, yeah, no. Only reason I'm asking is because, wait. I can't, Ernie, I think you said something and it got filtered. I don't know. Because it says only reason I'm asking is because I can relate. I was kidnapped in 2005 and it was a bad experience. But I don't know what else you said. Risky. ¿Qué haces? Apareciendo y no saben qué haces. But yeah, I don't know. Getting food. What are you eating? Oh, and then going back to the question where they asked me about like my mustard. The question going back to like about if he's ever seen me with someone or like my boyfriend or whatever. So the thing is that it got to the point that they had told him once that they had actually mistaken me. They had mistaken me. Maybe I mistaken the conversation. I was just joining up. They had mistaken me for this other girl, and apparently one of his friends had gone out to dinner with this girl, and apparently I looked like her. It ended up going back to him that I was supposedly dating that guy, which I wasn't. And the next thing you know, apparently, according to his mom and to someone else, they had said that he ended up pulling out a toy on the friend and basically addressing the fact that if it was true that he was dating me. Then he did tell my son where he told him, if your mom ever ends up with, like, if your mom ever has a boyfriend, like, it's going to hurt me. There was not so long ago too, there was this guy that was in my chat that knows him that was actually trying to get with me, and it ended up being his cellie this year that he was in jail. He ended up coming out and he came into the chat and addressed it, and the next thing you know, he ended up sending me a whole message, which is a message that I have posted somewhere down there, where he was asking this guy if him and I were dating. And I was like, why is he so focused on who the fuck I'm dating? Then last year when I called him in April to ask him if he was going to help me with the kids, because I had signed up for school and I was actually going to start for ultrasound tech. And I had called him to ask him, Tiffany, thank you. I had called him to ask him if he was going to help me. He was too focused on who I was going to like sleeping with. There was a time where he wanted a co-parent. I said, cool, you want a co-parent? Keep in mind, there was already a 10-year restraining order there. And he wanted a co-parent. I was still like, okay, we could co-parent. That's what you want? We could co-parent. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. It obviously didn't work out. Then it got to the point that I had told him, you pick him up every other weekend and pick them up on like Wednesdays and Thursdays or Tuesdays and Wednesdays or whatever, like twice a week. And that's that. And he was like, well, what are you going to do when they're not here? Doesn't matter what the fuck I do when they're not here. But I don't know. I mean, they could sit there and say like that he doesn't care, but I really don't know, and I really don't care. Because my kids to this day can't, my kids know that I date, but my kids could never say I seen my mom with another guy. My kids can't ever say I seen my mom holding hands with another guy. So I don't know. But you guys, I'm going to get off because I did say that I was going to take a nap and shower. He's obsessive personality. Oh. So is he locked up? No. He came out July. He came out. This year he was locked up for beating his fourth baby mama. He got locked up in January and came out in July. He would have been doing a 20-something year sentence, but I ended up lying for him. And then when I went back to like retract everything, they had said that they couldn't anymore because they had like gone through the court and finished everything. So that, why wouldn't they lock him up after everything? So he didn't get locked up for the 16-year-olds because their moms never pressed charges on him. So he never. Then for the kidnapping, all that, he went to jail. He got bailed out. And then because I did lie for him, he was supposed to, they said that they were going to charge him 8 years per person, which was 4 of us. So technically he was going to end up, so it was going to be more than 20 something years. I ended up lying for him because it got to the point that he would always tell me like, oh, if shit goes down or whatever the case is, like he would threaten me with my brother because my brother was locked up with some of his friends. So then there was that. He was in probation. And then from probation, he ended up going to jail at the beginning of this year. And then I want to say he's in probation because of the incident that just happened, but I don't know. I have no idea. And then we were having a conversation because when about the rape situation, they had used it in a sense where the shit that he, like the control he had over me, the control that he had over me, but someone did tell me that I could still press charges on him regarding that situation, which is something that I'm honestly considering and going back to it and seeing if I could press charges on him for that. Girl, he been through a lot. And yeah, I've been through a lot, but I feel like I'm very strong. I think that the shit that I've been through, I am very strong. I think that sometimes you have to go through shit to really thundered. Merry Christmas to you too. Dude, I had screenshot that the other day from someone else, and I was like, I'm gonna try to go do that in people's chats. But then I don't like going into people's chats because sometimes it could be messy. But that's just, did he ever get any jail time after all he did to you? He only got 6. He didn't even get 6 months because of COVID. They released him earlier. But it was something that we were talking about well, not earlier, but like a few weeks ago, that if there was someone had said that I was able to still press charges on him regarding all that. That was me yesterday. No, there was someone else. His name was Ozzy. I know that you came yesterday. I remember that. But there was someone else too. And then they started spamming it. So yeah, so that's just something that I'm going to start looking into as well, because at this point it's just kind of like a lot of the things that I did was thinking about my kids, where it was like, I'm going to be the bad one if he's not in the pic, like if he's not around. Like I want my kids to have their dad around. I want them to have I want him to be around my kids, because I didn't have my dad. And then it just got to the point that I was just like, well, if homeboy doesn't give a shit about my kids, why the fuck am I going to worry about his kids? And that's real talk. If I sound like a bitch, I sound like a bitch. But he doesn't worry about my kids. Why would I even worry about him? Did he ever harm the kids? Yeah. True factor. So now it's just that, where it's like, you don't give a fuck about mine. Why would I give a fuck if your kids grow up without their dad? I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, my V, how are you? That's why he has no visitation rights. Like the judge had took my year, because I had asked for a restraining order. She took the year off and added a 10-year. And then, which is something that I'm going to be showing, where he had texted me and was like, if you want me to fucking help you, you better fucking take off the restraining order, da-da-da. So that's why I took off the restraining order, because he said he was going to financially help me with the kids. And once I took it off, it was just kind of like a fuck you type of thing. So he doesn't have the restraining order, but he is as children's court, criminal court, and criminal court, children's court, and the divorce court had all put that I have full custody and he has no visitation rights. You're tired? Me too. I woke up. I was supposed to be on live at 10 to do the wavy talk. I think I got on like at 10:15. And then I was so tired that I was just like, yeah, goodbye. And I got off. Then I tried to take a nap, but I just couldn't. I really pray that he never goes too far with a person or child. I mean, they're sick individuals. They're sick individuals. They the beginning of the year when they try to put what is it called, a social worker on me, they accused me of so much shit that it got to the point that they accused me the first time around when they took the kids and everything, which is something that I am going to talk about in the story. It got to the point that that the social worker ended up telling me that they got to the point, like to the extent, and this is how you know they're fucking sick. They got to the extent to say that I had filled up a tub of water, like I filled a tub with water, and that I was ready to like unalive my kids. I was like, okay, one thing that I would never do is hurt my kids like that. Like, you must be a fucking sick individual to like ever even think that. So that's what they accused me of. And of course, they had a whole ass conversation with the kids, and they asked the kids if that ever happened, and the kids obviously said no. They asked, like, did anything ever happen in the restroom? And they said no. Stefana did say that her dad grabbed a belt and that her dad had beat her, and that her dad had grabbed the belt and smacked her across the back. That she did say that happened in the restroom. But they asked them, and I was just like, and it got to the point that it was crazy that I remember I had a conversation with the younger sister that I said, the fact that you guys went to the extent to accuse me of this is disgusting. She was like, the manipulation was wild. She's like, well, you know, Lily, like when people are going through depression, like they tend to forget certain things. And like, nah, bitch, I remember pretty well the shit that I did. And for you to sit there and be like, you know, when you're depressed, like your mind just wanders and you don't remember certain things, like, bitch. So then the beginning of this year, they ended up trying to say the same thing, the same allegations they did the first time. It was the same allegations that they were trying to do the second time. But the only difference of it was that this time they had said that I would beat my kids to the point that I cracked Stefana's head twice. And I was like, what the fuck? So I had a social worker. I had sheriffs at the time go to my kids' school. My kids got to the point that they were fucking paranoid. And every time that they would go to my mom's house, my kids would tell my mom, like, call my mom, like they showed up today and they this, they that. Steven's teacher was the same teacher that Stefana had at the time. So that teacher had known me for 2 years already. And that teacher was just like, no, she's always on top of the kids. I've had both other students, like I had the older brother and I had the little girl, and they obviously like said no. They said that my kids are dirty. They said that my kids don't shower. They said that I don't feed my kids. They said that my kids are malnourished. They said that I beat Stefana to the point that I cracked her head. Then they said that I drink every single day, that I bring men to the house every single day, and that, what else did they say? I think that was it. And I was like, the fact, like, and it was something that I was open up with them, that I said, they're saying that I have guys in my house every single day. They're like, what the hell? Like, you don't even bring anyone. The middle one right off the bat was like, that's Lorena, which was the grandma. She's like, no, Lorena did it because you're not letting them see us. Like, no. Which I knew it was them because that house, I didn't let no one just go into that house. And when I moved to that house, the only ones that knew my address was his siblings, his family, and then my family. Like my mom, my sisters and stuff. That was it. Aside from them, it was like 5 of my friends at the time. Damn, you be traveling everywhere. Damn, take me with you, fool. It got to the point where the reason how I knew it was them was because they named the schools that the kids went to, which no one knew aside from my parents and his family. His family knew the school. My parents, I think my sisters didn't even know what school they went to. They named the school. They gave their birth date of birth. Sorry. They gave my address, and at that time, my address and their school were not connected whatsoever because I was using my mom's address because they were going to a school by my mom's house. And then from there, it got to the point that I was just like, I called a social worker and I was like, it was them. The same allegations that they're telling you were the same allegations that they gave the other social worker when we did have a case or whatever. So I always say karma works at its finest, okay? Karma works at its finest because the same day that Stefana was getting a forensic exam, which was January 25th of this year, her appointment was at 11 o'clock. Steven had a court that day. Steven, it ended up coming back because I searched it up. The social worker, keep in mind, they didn't open up a case. It was under investigation for 30 days. They never opened it up, so they closed it because obviously the allegations were false. The allegations were false and everything. So I got to the point that the same day that Stefana was getting her forensic exam at 11 o'clock, keep in mind, I had a conversation with my mom. She was like, okay, like we're here. They're going to check her because that day I was actually coming back from Chicago because that appointment was just randomly where they said, oh, you need her. We need to take her here, blah, blah. And I said, well, I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm leaving so-and-so day. So she was like, oh, okay, like it's fine. Is someone like, who is she going to be with? And I said, she's going to stay with my mom. So they were like, okay, perfect. My mom ended up taking her. My mom ends up calling me. She's like, okay, like they have her in the room. They're asking her questions and all this. They checked her. And because I did say Stefana did have her head cracked twice. One of the incidents happened in school. It happened in school. The teacher had said that Stefana, they were walking to the bus stop because I was already parked at the bus stop waiting for them. But they were walking to the bus. They were walking to the bus. And the teacher said that one of her friends called her. She turned around. And for some odd reason, I don't know exactly where the pole was at. But she ended up running and ended up hitting herself with the pole. She ran into the pole. The nurse called me. They said, I need you to come and pick her up because I don't know if she's going to need stitches. So she had like a little crack right here. So I was like, okay, so I go and I seen that she did have her forehead cracked or whatever. Well, it wasn't cracked. It was just like open or whatever, like a cut. So I ended up picking her up. I took her to the ER. The next day I called the school and I said, she did have to get stitches. Well, it wasn't even stitches. It was like the glue or whatever. And I was like, and they gave me a paperwork. They're like, okay, good. Which obviously, again, it happened in school. I can't avoid anything that happens in school. So there was that. Then there was another one where Stefana, I believe, was 3 years old and Steven had pushed her. And at that time, she was learning how to talk as well. Well, not talk, but give out full sentences. So she ended up getting a little crack here because Steven had pushed her and she hit herself like in a corner of the hallway. I ended up grabbing her. I took her to the ER and they had said like, oh, what happened? And I said, oh, my son pushed her. When they were asking her what happened, she was like, oh, Steven. And they asked me, like, who's Steven? I was like, my son. Which was also, they also asked Jacob, has this ever happened? And Jacob was like, he gave the same story that I gave. And then, I don't know if it was, one of them doesn't remember. I don't know if it was Steven that doesn't remember or Stefana. But one of them said that they didn't remember, but the other one said, yeah, it was Steven. I think Steven was the one that remembered, and he was the one that said it was him. But from there, that same day was the same day that he got arrested. Edwin was the same day that he got arrested. So the social worker calls me on my way to the airport, and she said, hey, just wanted to give you some news. And I was like, what's up? And she said, guess who's going to jail? This were her exact words. Her exact words were, guess who's going to jail? And then I said, let me guess, baby daddy. And she said, yup. And I said, what for now? And she said, the same thing he did to you was the same thing that he did to one of the girls. And I said, who? And I named the 4th baby mama and I named the 5th baby mama. Because the 2nd and 3rd already are like, they're married and they have their kids. So then I said, I named 4th baby mama, I named 5th baby mama. And she was like, oh, it's 4th baby mama. But said her name, right? Because I'm not going to say her name. So says her name and she said, what's funny is they made you look like the bad person. And I said, oh, of course. So she said she had a conversation. Prior to this conversation, she had already told me that she had a conversation with his younger sister, with the middle sister, with the older sister, with the mom, with Steven, because Steven called her trying to make me look like the bad one. And so the social workers, Luna, mija, I watched your videos last night. I don't know what to say. No, you're good. And that's when the social worker was like, the same thing. Leo, thank you. The same thing that he did to her, to you, was the same thing he did to her. And I was just like, oh shit. And then she said, of course, like they try to make you look like the bad one, which is obviously something that they like to do. They cover up each other's shit. So she ended up telling me that, you know, that they tried to make me look like the bad one. And I said, well, yeah, but I realized like the truth always comes out, right? She was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, I kid you not. That was the last time I heard of her. I never got a call again. I never got a text message again from this female, which was a social worker. I want to say 3 weeks later, I ended up getting a letter saying that the case was not going to open, that they saw that there was nothing foul. They did say, it got to the point that I can't imagine someone doing that. A strong girl, my girl. They did say that, I did tell her, I said, it's gotten to the point, I told her, I was like, it got to the point that I even told my kids not to jump because my mom at the time had a trampoline. So I said, I even got to the point that I told my kids not to jump. I told my kids not to play basketball. I told my kids not to play soccer. I told my kids not to play football. I told my kids not to run around because I did not want to get any bruise. I didn't want them to get any bruising at all. And I said the fact that I had to tell my kids not to do this just to prove that my kids don't get hit, because I didn't want to bruise on them, because obviously bruising when you're playing and you're running and you scrape yourself and things like that. And what helped out too was that the teacher did say, you know, they like to play a lot. That there's times where they have witnessed my kids getting hurt in the playground, where they're playing basketball and they trip and run or whatever. And so they ended up, that I even told her, I was like, it got to the point that I had to tell my kids not to play. Like, this is fucking crazy. I was like, the fact that they had to open up my kids' trauma again was fucking insane. I did tell the social worker, I did call the mom. Once I found out everything that they had done, when they called the social workers and all that stuff, that same day I called his mom and I said, if they take my kids, best believe I'm coming after your son. And I had said, if some shit goes down with my kids and they take my kids to get away, I was gonna go after him. And she was like, don't be calling me to threaten me, don't bug me. And I said, oh, you don't want me bugging you, but you guys could fucking bug me. You guys could go fucking knock on my door, but I can't fucking call you and tell you for what it is. And then at the end, I just got so mad. I was like, pinche vieja estúpida pendeja, and I fucking clicked on her. I ended up calling the social worker, and I did tell the social worker. I called them and I said A, B, C, and D. She was like, do me a favor and don't do it again, because they're going to try to say you threatened them or whatever. And I was like, okay, but I'm letting you know what I did say. She was like, okay, From there, I ended up changing my phone number. I ended up just changing everything. I ended up moving. They don't know where I live. We did go to court, and he tried to use the little excuse of like, oh, I moved, I want to keep my fucking address confidential. No, I actually ended up finding out his fucking address. That I even told the judge, don't worry, I will personally send the papers myself to his address, which I did. So as of right now, he doesn't know where I live. He knows where my mom lives. He knows where my dad works. And I did state, and I'm going to say this again. Girl, I'm a paralegal in family law. Next time, call me. I could help you out. Well, thank God and thank you. Thank God we are divorced already. We went to our last court. He has like no visitations or anything. But now we're at the point where, and I did say, and I will say it again. I said it yesterday, and I am going to say it again. Okay. We haven't had any drama. Like, my family has been good. I've been good. I haven't had no fear in telling my story. But I will say, now that I'm speaking on my story and I'm giving details, if something ever happens to my family, my parents, my siblings, myself, or anyone that has to do with me, just know that it's coming from him. Okay? It's coming from Esteban Lopez. Birthday, March 19, 1991, and he owns a barbershop named Lopez Barbershop out in Sylmar. Address is 13175 San Fernando Road, Sylmar, California. And that's just heads up. Okay? That's heads up. Because now I am talking about my story. Now I am giving details. Now I am showing his face. Because for 5 years, I still protected that abuser. And it's to the point, hey, Hannah, and it's to the point where enough is enough. You know what I mean? And if my story could help someone else, then so be it. Thank you, Sam. How are you? I'm doing good. Luna, getting in touch with homie yo. Ay, Juanito. And that's just what it is. Like, I'm tired of keeping. I was tired of keeping like him, like his face protected and all that. And it just got to the point that I woke up one day and I said, you know what? If he doesn't give a shit about my kids, because with me, I really don't give a fuck. But if you don't give a fuck about my kids, then guess what? I don't give a fuck about you. Like, I don't. And that's just what it is. Some people were upset because I posted his face. It is what it is. I'm like, it is what it is. Be careful how much you put out there. Everything that I'm putting out there is things that came out on the news. It was already out in the news. So the kidnapping is out in the news. The rape was out. So, the hitting, yeah. So he used to hit the girls before me. He used to hit me, and then he hit the girls after me. He didn't beat the 16, the second and third baby mama, which both of them were 16. He didn't beat them because the girls lived with like their parents. He never lived with them or anything. So he was already like, you know, if he hits them, my kid's dad. But then he would hit the fourth baby mama, and from the conversation I had with fourth baby mama, he does hit the fifth baby mama. Is it true? I don't know. Do I care? Not really. Well, it's not even not really. I really don't even care. That's her shit. Like, I told her for what it is, and that's her. You know what I mean? Like, I gave her heads up. I'm like, I gave her heads up. Just saying, but I'll help you with whatever I am. Okay, thank you. Hold on, let me follow you, baby girl, because I don't even think I follow you. Nobody can silence you. Yeah, I feel like at this point it's just too many baby mamas. That part, Chico. That part. I'm like, if I would have been his mama, I would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna take you to the dog pound because that's what you are, a dog. And let me fucking go dry your fucking and cut off your pepino because at this point it's wild. Did this happen in Arizona? No. I hope you have a good Christmas. Thank you, Luna. Percy, because thank you, Shady. How many kids does he have? He has 7 kids. Wishing you and from likewise, Chico. How many kids does he have today? 7. 7 is wild. Like, I wouldn't even give a fuck. Like, oh, you got 7, whatever. You're taking care of them. But he doesn't even take care of all those 7 kids. He only takes care of 2. And then he takes care of her 2 kids. I'm crazy that someone my exact age could have 7 kids. Does he take care of anyone? He only takes care of her. The fifth baby mama's 2 kids. And then she has 4. So she has 4 and he has 2 with her. And he takes care of those kids. So yeah. What is everyone up to for Christmas? What are you guys gonna do? Any plans? I don't even know. Stefana, you guys has a pink eye. Now it's spreading to the second one, so I think I'm gonna take her to the doctor. Because in that case, I feel like it's a whole ass infection when it goes to another one. Look like he's working. What? Look like he's present in the life. What? Or like he's present in the life and everything. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. I'm so lost. Working. I'm like, ugh. Sam, I seen you tattooing earlier. So I was going to my sis in Rancho Cucamonga. Ooh, I used to be there all the time. I like Rancho though. Rancho's pretty cool. That bar, Goodfellas, is pretty chill. But you guys, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna go take a nap, and I have to go see what's going on with Stefana's ojos because, oh man, drama popped off because of my life. Wait, what happened? Wait, why? I mean to say he's present in those 2 kids' life, but not in yours. Yeah, and it's funny because like my kids were first. Like my kids were here before all them baby mamas, all them kids. You know what I mean? But if you guys do look at one of the posts that I posted where I'm like recording the sky, you'll see me with the sky. If you look at that video, you'll see a text message that I got sent a while back where he says that he doesn't care to see the kids and to shove them up where they came from. I'm like, they are, Joanna. They are. That's something I talked about earlier. I said that my kids, honestly, have been really good without him and without them. I did mention that I do believe that kids, their academic wise, does have to do a lot with what goes on at the house. ¿Y tú qué? ¿Y tú qué, güey? ¿Dónde andas, güey? Una tóxica se enojó conmigo. I cannot. I did mention that now that he's not around, Stefana last year did get 7 right now she's in 5th grade. So when she was in 4th grade, she got 7 certificates and like 1 in 1 assembly. She got 7 certificates. She was the only one from all 4 4th grade classes that got the most. Stefana ended up getting, so it got to, one of the certificates were every 4th grade, one 4th grader of every class, one 4th grader of every class was supposed to get a gold award, and Stefano was the one that got it for her class. Matthew last year, I want to say he got 4 or 3 awards, something that they obviously never did. And then porque tenía una female en los dos. I cannot. Feliz Navidad in advance. Likewise. ¿Qué vas a hacer, güey? But yeah, I feel like my kids are doing a lot better without him. Like my kids now have like a very consistent routine. They don't lose. What? What is going on?
Hello.
Hello?
We
Hey,
wanted to
hola.
join you.
Party,
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 party, party.
What you doing?
Everybody meet Luz. I'm a little bestie for the
Hey
rest
We
of them.
guys,
came we came to bother you.
it's okay. I could not imagine not being in my kids' life. That part. What are you guys gonna do these holidays?
Stay home and stay broke. No, I'm kidding.
They broke is crazy.
That makes two of us.
That makes three of us.
Oh, that makes two of us. You guys, make sure you guys go follow Luz. Luz, you guys need to go hype up her
You're...
chat. You
Luz
guys
is
need to
good
go
for
hype
me.
up her chat.
Hi.
That's my little
What are you
bestie.
what are you
Luz is
doing
a
for the holidays,
bestie.
Luna?
Luz is not it. But if you wanna-
I heard that Luz was gonna buy me a ticket to go to Florida.
We out yo, we out yo, okay. So we gotta all like be in Orlando. Like you gotta come out here. Paulita gotta come out here. We gonna be lit.
Lit with the 3 shots that you get drunk with?
I missed her
Don't
call.
even talk. Don't even talk.
First of all, they're both banned from drinking. I don't know what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
don't
Luz.
forget we was lit on the
Lucy
FaceTime call.
Goosey.
And I don't
Lucy, you
remember.
Lucy
guys, Luz
Goosey.
gets really loosey goosey with 3 shots.
Lucy Goosey. Wait
It
for
was
me. I'll be
6
back.
shots.
She said it was 6 shots.
It was 6 shots.
Is that so? My Sally Bear.
Hey yo.
Hey,
So what
hey.
was you talking about before we got in?
Oh, we were talking about like my story and where I'm at now and baby daddy and all that because they were asking questions. So that's what we were answering.
2025 is gonna be a good year for you, girl.
Say that louder. Say it louder.
It's gonna be lit. You're gonna be
It
chilling.
is. My Sally. It is. It's gonna be a great year for me.
Thank you.
We're gonna be outside in the streets. Oh shit.
Oh, the streets.
The streets are
Y'all need to pop out to Orlando.
We're gonna have to.
Well, you go ahead and finish the story. We'll come back after you're
Oh
done.
no, we were just answering questions.
Answer questions of what?
It's because they were asking questions, so I was answering.
So who's your peoples? What's up, chat?
Everybody stays quiet now.
Right, what happened? Damn.
You guys go follow Luz. Luz goes on live and she gets drunk off of 3 shots.
It was 6. It was 6.
With 3 shots, and then she likes to do games. She goes on her live. Then there's times when she has a red light special and she's just laying on her bed because she doesn't know what else to do with herself.
I don't do the game.
Oh my god!
The light is off. The light is off. Junior, why you laughing?
What? Because it's true. It's hella true.
Yo, Luna be talking, but yo, don't forget we was all on FaceTime. We was both lit, and I don't even remember half of the shit.
I was hella lit. I was hella drunk.
And me too.
You guys, there was
They said I fell asleep on the phone. Everybody.
You did. You guys, we were FaceTiming. It was me, Paola, Junior, and Luz. And Luz and I were lit. But Luz ended up just knocking out on FaceTime.
Yeah, I did knock out on FaceTime. It was crazy.
I don't think it was crazy because you fell asleep. So if it would have been crazy, it would have been like, whoa, you know? You guys, so we're trying to find Luz someone to match. She's trying to match PJ with somebody. Luna was crying.
Oh, the PJs is about to come to an end.
Wait, what?
Christmas almost over. What are you saying? Match PJs, girl.
Just shut up. Just say yes.
Christmas almost over. I ain't even trying to get somebody. You know why? Because they're gonna get me broke.
PJs.
They gonna get me broke. I ain't even want to talk to nobody for the next couple weeks.
You said I'm gonna talk to somebody after the holidays. After
Valentine's Day. That's it.
Fucking good.
After Valentine's Day, I'm free. Then my birthday coming.
I was gonna send you my damn wish list.
Fuck the wish list. I don't want it. Luna was crying. Luna, you was crying on the phone?
I wasn't crying. That's a whole ass lie. I was laughing.
She was crying, right? She was crying. I was there like sleep, bruh.
she was hella knocked out for sure. Be like, ooh. Hey, what time is it over there? 7?
I don't know. Probably.
You don't know.
No, my phone's not showing it right now. I don't know why.
I know. My Sally, that it's snowing out in Jersey.
Oh, she from Jersey?
You from
Hey,
Jersey.
I'm from up north, but Rhode Island side.
Oh, guess what, Sally?
From the white side.
Sally, I'm not gonna end up going to New York.
She's coming to Orlando. All right? So you got to come to Orlando too. Like you got to fly all the way here, and we're going to be outside.
I'm gonna fly over there. I didn't realize I was gonna fly over there.
Or you can drive.
Wait, what? Wait, ¿qué pasó?
Oh, then I'm not gonna end up going to New York.
That's crazy behavior. Right? What the fuck?
No.
You're coming to Orlando.
No. So the thing is that Val was debating on moving. But
Okay.
guess what? Me and Val are gonna end up being roommates.
Okay.
Okay, so her plan at first was like she was gonna move out January, right?
Okay.
And then B was doing some shit, so she was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go. So I was like, okay. So I texted him and I was like, it seems like I'm probably gonna be by myself. But the point was to like with everybody.
Yeah, with everyone, yeah.
So then he just said that he was going, Paula, I'm not gonna be outside. I cannot.
Yo,
So
I'm going to go to Miami in January, and I'm definitely
So
taking
it
Paula
ended up
outside with
being
me.
that he said he's gonna end up coming this way.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming.
All right. I
Right?
thought it was, yeah.
No, he was in the chat earlier, fucking making me blush. I was like,
Somebody got her blushing.
he's like, who's that beautiful lady? And I said, I don't know who. He goes, it's mine, duh. I was like, bet.
Oh, okay. Energy.
I said, I love that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Who you thought that was? Wait, what? Paula's not gonna be outside. Yes, she is. She'll be outside.
Bro, I'm
Have you
going.
ever been to
I'm
Florida,
going
Lily, or
in
no?
January. Like, I'm taking her with me to brunch.
Lily's face, Luna. You ever been to Florida or no?
I've been to Orlando.
Oh, you have been.
I have been. I've been outside in the street.
Oh, you've been outside in the streets.
Look, like in the US, I've always like Cali. I've been.
Sally, you been to Orlando?
I've been.
I was born in Miami.
I've been to Florida. Then I've been
What are
to
you, Cuban or
Cancun, I've been
something?
to Acapulco,
I
I've been
am
to
Puerto Rican
Tequila,
and
I've been
Cuban.
to Guadalajara, I've been to Culiacan, I've been to Sinaloa, I've been to Rosarito, I've been to TJ, I've been to
That's your nana.
Guanajuato. Huh?
Okay, you've been everywhere.
I've been outside.
You be outside for real shit.
I'm going to the fuck. Not that I'm going to the fuck.
You're not coming, bro. You staying your
I
ass
look like
over
I'm
there.
cross-sided. I'm like this.
You were.
Actually, yeah, Junior, come.
I know. I'm leaving. No pa tanto, Luna.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. So what y'all doing? You chilling or what?
Huh?
Y'all just chilling?
So is it snowing out there?
So that means that January. No, so then remember then it means that you're gonna have to come
Fucking cold as
January
hell.
then, because remember January I'm throwing the divorce party.
I'm coming to you when you have that party. Like I already told you.
Divorce party? Hold on.
Huh?
I'm going then. When is it?
I still have to put a date. I was thinking maybe like January 20th or something.
Yeah, just tell me. Let me know.
Because you ain't been to Mexico if you ain't ever been to Michoacan. I've never been to Michoacan.
What about Zacatecas? No, I'm just kidding.
Zacatecas? No.
No, I know. I always just say Zacatecas.
I fucking cannot. Wait,
just fucking
do
with
you
y'all.
know Sally Bear?
Nah, I don't know. Mm-mm.
No.
Sally, that's
Sally, I'm
you.
loose.
Who's that Sally
Luz, how are
Bear?
you?
What's up?
And then the version of her is her brother is my man.
Yeah, my twin brother's her man.
You got a twin brother? I got a twin sister.
Oh, that's crazy. Twin. Okay, where have you
Do you
been?
want to show them my man, Sally?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on.
Okay, she's gonna show you my man. Okay.
Got you.
What's
You
her
guys
sign?
don't hate on my man. He's sexy. He's
What's my
sexy.
sign?
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo, okay. I'm a Cancer.
Oh, Virgos and Cancers mix. Okay.
Cancers are very fucking emotional.
Not this
Wow.
one.
She said not
She
this
said
one.
not this one.
So, she said not this one though.
This one. Right, Junior? You know that.
She a mess for sure.
Okay, let me see. Hold on.
Hey Vero.
Let's see the boyfriend.
I got you.
Not the Imagine PJ's coming up. Hey.
Let's see. She about to have the matching PJs for next year already.
I'm like, oh.
Mommy having to swipe to find his picture.
That's how you know you don't be taking pictures of him.
Nah, facts. Sometimes me and him don't get along. He don't pay his child support sometimes. It's kind of crazy, but
Yeah, sorry you guys. I have a man that owes like a lot of child support.
yeah. Okay, I think we getting there.
I don't know because then they're really gonna think my man really does it. No, you guys, not mine.
You for real got a twin brother?
Mm-hmm. Go to show you right now.
I think that's cool. Twin.
No, you fucking lying. The way she got out the camera. That's Rico from Puerto Rico.
Yo, ain't no fucking way.
That's my man Rico.
That's her man Rico.
I believed it.
I called Dibs the day that I met him. I was like, fuck, you fine.
Hold on, because I believed it for a second.
I met that. Actually, you guys, that's a funny story. The way I met Luna on here, I was dressed as Rico, full on silicone suit.
Yeah, the whole time I thought she was legit fucking Rico, but she was not fucking Rico.
I gotta see it then how you started
I even
it.
got to the point that I legit saved her fucking number as Rico.
Rico.
I gotta see it 3D.
Dude, 3D is hilarious.
I gotta see 3D.
I got you. Next time
has his
we're
own
Rico,
page.
I'll share the live to you so you can see.
That is crazy. I
Rico
really
has his own page, you guys.
No, because what the fuck? Y'all made me believe y'all
Not the
really
Rico
got
that
a
made me
brother.
laugh. Yes. Look, and then his eyes. Look at those eyes. The way you smell.
Like,
Damn.
not the Rico that made me laugh. Mm-hmm.
Look, why you laughing? Look at them eyes. Like, look.
It was the funny because Luz is like, oh shit, I got a twin too.
I for real do. That's crazy. Y'all play me.
She does. She does, though.
No, yeah.
Valeria, I fucking, do you really believe it?
That's crazy. Y'all play me.
What's up, bro? It's me, Junior. You asked for $5 once. Oh, it was a filter. Wait, what?
Oh. No, that wasn't a filter. That was actually
Dang, who's
that's
that
like all
fine
makeup.
ass? Oh wait, who? Which one? Selly or Luz? Or hey, no, you get.
I got you, Callie. I got you. Stop playing. What's up?
Rico back on.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, that's my man's.
Callie said, hold on, who that?
That's mine. I'm fucking dead.
Hi, Callie.
I'm like, that's mine.
How you doing? Veronica. We sharing now. Listen, I'm down for that. Just kidding. If
I was gonna post a picture of Ace, but the only picture, well, no, I mean, I have more, but the one that I like, he's going like this.
Okay. Not a
Like,
besito.
the besito. It was a besito picture.
Mm. Girl, I'm fucking done.
What? Ernie, you're the rosa. Dude, I'm over here fucking tired. I slept at 4 in the morning.
Thank you, Ernie.
Take a shot.
Does it look like I got shots? No.
You used it all this weekend. I get it.
I sure did. Woo! Dude, it took me a whole week to finish that coquito I made.
That's just fire. I'm about to make some too for tomorrow. You know, noche buena.
You used the whole bottle.
Vamos a arrancar
Oh, yeah, that shit was bomb though.
Thanks for the
Guys,
rose.
I made coquito and I used a whole fucking Bacardi.
You
But
was
that's because the chat was telling me, they're like, oh, the whole bottle. And then I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay. And then
crazy.
girl,
Nah, that's a little oldie. But you was lit, right? Every
I was
time
hella lit.
and you were tired, right?
Dude, I would drink that shit. I'd be like, all right, you guys, I'm tired. Like, what the fuck? I was like, why? Why? Like, o sea, ¿por qué? Isn't it supposed to be like, woo? Instead of like, woo.
Oh yeah. I don't. You know what it is? We don't take it as like a whole drink like that. Like we don't drink all the time. It's like little shots here and there. It's more for the taste, to be honest.
Like 1 or 2
Yeah,
shots.
I was drinking, I got this glass where it's like for whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Not
I was
to
like,
drink the whole big ass glasses of it.
woo! I fucking can't. Wait, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Sally?
Aquí en casa, mija.
Con los chamacos.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm thinking that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing because Stefana fucking has she had a pink eye yesterday and then right now she has both.
Oh, bendito. Now my oldest is probably gonna go out somewhere because you know he at that age they partying, so going out, and then it's just gonna be me and the baby.
Going out in Christmas.
I say the baby, but you know he's 12, so
Yeah, I can't with you. Girl, I can't with myself sometimes. Sometimes
what are you doing? You gonna be home? You going live?
I'm supposed to Ellie. I'm supposed to go to my mom, and then from there we're supposed to go to TJ and come back Sunday. But Stefana has her eye like that I don't even think I'm going to go if she's gonna be like that because I'm not gonna have everybody sick.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like my mom, my sisters, my cousin, my aunt at my grandma's house, and then my uncle's coming from Guanajuato. Vanessa.
Alright.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. It was nice to meet you, Sally. Luna,
nice
I
to
catch up
meet
with
you,
you.
too.
I'll be jumping on. I'm gonna go do my rounds.
Shots.
Peace out.
Bye. So that's what I don't know. So I'm gonna see how this girl is feeling because
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start packing.
All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm thinking though I might, because tomorrow's like, do you guys celebrate like Nochebuena or do you celebrate on Christmas? Like party with your family?
Well, growing up, we did the 24th and then at 12. To move right? Yeah. Oh, to move to me, right? No, not to move to you.
Yeah, we do the 24th.
I had a conversation with Dace. And so I told Dace, would you rather visit me in Cali or would you rather visit me in Texas? And he's like, because I was thinking of moving to Texas, but I was like, fuck, like, And then I told him, I was like, would you rather visit me in Cali or in Texas? He's like, to be honest, he goes Cali. He goes because he's wanting to move out here.
Oh, okay.
So there was that. So my mom and my family would do the 24th, and then they would at 12. Now me and him fighting. I'm doing. So my mom would make us open gifts at 12, and then go to sleep, and then wake up in the morning, and then like eat the recalentado.
Oh, okay.
I got to the point that I started having a tradition with them where we would spend Christmas at my mom's, like Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Day in the morning, we would wake up and open up our gifts at the house.
Yeah.
So then this year we're gonna be at my mom's.
Okay.
So he had asked my mom, can we like go to sleep? I mean, can we like be awake all night and open up the gifts at 12? So I don't know if they're even gonna handle that. I think that they're gonna be fucking tired. I'm already tired.
Yeah, we would have get-togethers with all our, the primas, the primos, the tias, the tios. All of us would get together, party on the 24th at someone's house, some family's house, and then all the kids would be able to open one gift. So we weren't allowed to open all of them, just one. You had to pick one gift, and then the next day everybody's with their families, like their immediate families in the morning.
I know that's what my mom was talking about. She was like, I think starting next year, she's like, we'll do Thanksgiving a weekend before. She was like at someone's house. Like I would open up, she was like, I want to celebrate like a week before just in case like you guys have someone else. Because my sisters have their boyfriends.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, oh, so you guys could go do stuff with their family and you don't have, you know, and I was just like, oh. I was like, I really don't care. I was like, it's just me by myself. I ain't got nobody.
Yeah.
So, what we were talking about now, we're talking about moving in together.
Okay.
Too, because Jacob wants a car.
Okay.
So I just said it's easier. It would be easier for me. I told him, I was like, if that's what you want, we're gonna have to sacrifice stuff, and sacrificing would be moving out because here with bills and all that, I pay up to like $4,000. Oh, she dropped. Hi. Where did she go? You dropped me. You left me. So no. So that's where we're at. Wait, am I wait, your phone? Be right back. Oh, okay. I'm saying she just left. I know, I'm like, ah! So yeah, so Jacob wants a car, so I just said if that's what it is, we're gonna have to sacrifice and move into something cheaper and smaller, just so I could get you a car then. And then he said, all right. So then Val and I were talking, we're like, I think it's easier and it would work for both of us to help each other out in that sense, because it's only her. So that's what we were talking about. But now that she's off and I am yawning, I am going to go take a nap, you guys, and I will see you guys al ratito. Today is honestly like a bum day. Like, I'm really bumming it, as you could see. But I will see you guys al rato. You guys, my hair is like this because I had a live earlier where I had to show some tool. That's why it's like this. But again, if I don't see you guys tonight, have a Merry Christmas and enjoy the time with your family and your loved ones. And I will be on later on tonight, and then I will be on tomorrow getting ready as well. So, all right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.